Hello everybody and welcome back to more political chatter. In this video we will be talking about this new poll coming from the ADC, which is basically an Arab American organization. And this poll was conducted among 36,000 Arab American voters, which is just an absolutely massive poll. I mean, that is a lot of voters. 36,000 voters is a lot of voters. And how it shockingly shows Green Party candidate Jill Stein in the lead ahead of the rest of the competition at 25% of all likely voters. The quote-unquote uncommitted national movement, which is basically just, in the form of a national movement, like a blank ballot, like submitting a blank ballot. It's like how the Arab Americans in Michigan voted for the uncommitted option to show a protest against Biden, but that was in the Democratic primary there. But nationally, I think that this uncommitted national movement thing is supposed to be like a blank ballot or something like that along those lines. And that's in second at 23%, but that's not for any candidate. And then independent Cornel West takes second place among the actual candidates. He wins 20% of the vote, close up behind Jill Stein. They're practically tied. 19% are undecided. And then you see Joe Biden, the incumbent president who won this voter block in 2020 at just 7% of Arab American voters. 3% are not voting, and Donald Trump, as expected, is at 2%. Now, look at among just Democrats, because it doesn't get much better for Joe Biden. These are among Arab American Democrat voters. Jill Stein and uncommitted tie 24-24. Cornel West in a very close second at 22. 16% are undecided, and 9% say that they will back Joe Biden. That is not much better than the 7% overall. And finally, we have swing state voters. These are Arab American voters in Georgia, Arizona, Michigan, Minnesota, North Carolina, Nevada, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. Jill Stein once again leads with 25% of the vote. Uncommitted, close second, 24%. Undecided wins 20%. Cornel West drops behind undecided with 17%. And Joe Biden, once again, is at just 7% of the vote. And as I mentioned, Joe Biden won this voter block in 2020. When you look at polls taken after, or not after Election Day, but this was in late October of 2020, there were polls conducted by the Arab American Institute, which showed that 74% of Arab Americans voters viewed Joe Biden favorably, while only 25% viewed him unfavorably. Donald Trump, 48% viewed him favorably, to his 51%, which viewed him unfavorable. And even a majority of Arab American Republicans, 55%, viewed Joe Biden favorably. So the point is, Joe Biden, according to this poll, won 75% of Arab Americans in 2020. Now, due to the war in Gaza, obviously, he is at 7%. That is a huge, huge difference. And they are all flocking to Jill Stein and Cornel West right now. I mean, that is apparent. This is exactly what Joe Biden was scared of when Jill Stein and Cornel West entered the race. Both are very progressive and very anti-two-party system and all that, but mostly they campaign against Biden's war in Gaza. They say it's a genocide, and they demand an end to it immediately. And this apparently has, number one, attracted many young voters to the campaigns, right? Young voters who are very progressive and want a ceasefire in Gaza. But it's also polling these well-informed Arab American voters. They apparently know who Jill Stein is and Cornel West are. They are, the Stein and West campaigns, I guess, are doing a good job with getting their name out there, because Jill Stein and Cornel West are the two leading candidates among Arab American voters. So this is exactly what Biden was afraid of. When this war in Gaza started, it really looked like, these more progressive voters, as well as these Arab American voters, would flock to more progressive choices in the race, third-party candidates like Jill Stein and Cornel West, and leave Joe Biden. And these Arab American voters, these young progressives, these were key factors of the Biden 2020 coalition. I mean, that was a coalition with a wide range of people. I mean, it was a very diverse group that voted for Joe Biden in 2020, and it is crumbling because he is losing these progressives and he is losing these Arab American voters. And it is so important. He only won Michigan by 2.8% in 2020, and Donald Trump only won it by 0.22%. But at least the good news for the Biden campaign is they are at least not voting for Donald Trump. They might be going to other options like Cornel West and Jill Stein, but Stein and West really don't have any chance of winning any states. So the good news for the Biden campaign is that they aren't going to Donald Trump, and that is pretty expected. Anyone who has who is informed at all about this stuff, about the candidates, and about the 2024 election, knows that Donald Trump would be, in their view, worse when it comes to the matter of Gaza than Trump. So it does make sense that Donald Trump is only at 2%. So the Biden campaign at least has that to thank. So thank you all for watching this video. I really hope you all enjoyed. It helps out a lot if you subscribe or leave a comment or drop a like, and I will see you all later.